Hey YouTube, welcome to Sunkerns Lab. Today we're going to be doing some Pokemon Online Live. Since last time I did a Pokemon Online Live like end of last week or something. I haven't posted it yet at the time of this video, but it will be posted before this is posted, so the last video you will have seen more than likely is the last Pokemon Online I did, which basically showcased some of the changes in NU on Pokemon Online. This video is actually going to be focusing more on UU changes, because obviously there were some pretty important UU changes, and let's take a look at those real quick. So obviously Reuniclus went to UU, which is pretty important. Reuniclus is a huge threat, always is, always will be. And I'm basically going with move my little thing down here a little bit. Trick Room, Side Shock, Focus Blast, Shadow Ball. Basically Trick Room 3 attacks, and the rest of my team is just support. Now this team is not very good. I know you might look at it and say, oh, that's not bad, but it's really not good at all. But that's basically it. That's the team I'm going to be using. So I'm going to start getting some battles, and this is on my fresh new account that I made for testing these changes. So I am at a flat 1,000 ranking, meaning that I'll be facing random people on the ladder. Who knows what they're going to have? I'm hoping to just test out these things in the tier on a flat out, plain old account with no rating whatsoever. Plus, it's becoming increasingly more difficult to ladder on my account, because I win a battle and I gain +4, I lose a battle and I lose like -25. So and even I am still going positive. It's just taking longer than I really wanted to get my rating up. So not that that's the reason why I'm using this account. I'm using this account only for one reason. That's because I wanted to test the changes without affecting my other account, and just showcase those tests in those battles in the video. So yeah, anyway, looking at my opponent's team, I just got a battle, in case you don't know, in case you were like not looking or something. My opponent has 2 flat checks to Reuniclus, and Zatu is a pretty decent check as well. And so is Clefable, so I don't think that Reuniclus is going to be doing any work this battle. And my opponent also has a Houndoom, which is going to be a big problem for the majority of my team, which is kind of annoying. Other than that, though, his team isn't really too difficult to handle. I think I'm going to lead with... I could lead with my Bikini because I outspeed his whole team. I am Banded, but I am Jolly, so I definitely outspeed his whole entire team. The only thing I'm going to fear really is him leading with his Houndoom, and if he does that, then I might end up dead on the first turn, and I don't want that to be the case. So I think I'm going to lead with... I think my Nidoking is my safest lead, just in case he does lead with that, and he doesn't end up leading with that, but he does. I think I said it, he does. He doesn't end up leading with the Houndoom, but I'm going to go for the Stealthrox because... great, this thing's Calm Mind variant, which means that I'm gonna have to fodder something out. It might be the Calm Mind normal, mono-attacking normal. I can't use words today. Okay, he just forfeited. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna get another battle, and yeah, that'll be pretty much that. I also have a donut in front of me. It's a powdered donut, and I'm using a fork to eat it with, even though that's like the gayest thing, because I don't want to get sugar all over my fingers and then touch my mouth and stuff while I'm doing the video. So yeah, and I am gonna actually chew during the video for the first time ever. So, if that annoys you, sorry. Okay, this guy has like... this donut is delicious. Anyway, this guy has a threatening team. Hitmonlee is always a threat because of the fake out unburdened boost. Omastar is obviously a threat. And he's got a pretty good defensive core. So I don't know if I'm even going to be able to I think I just repeated myself. I don't know if I'm going to be able to break through this guy's team. I think though I'm gonna lead with my nothing on this team appreciates a burn, so I could lead with a Sableye and just go for a Will-O-Wisp. If he goes for a Swords Dance, he's not really gonna appreciate being burned regardless, so yeah, I don't really think that he's gonna stay in. He could go into his Umbreon and synchronize the Will-O-Wisp. Excuse me, I have to take a sip of my coffee. I don't think he's going to go into Umbreon though, because Sableye can just stall Umbreon to hell and back, so going into Umbreon just turns this battle into a stall fest, so I don't think he'll do that. I mean, he might, but I guess we'll have to see. His more than likely his best switch-in is Umbreon though, because nothing, Hitmontop, Hitmonlee, Omastar, and Frillish, none of them want to really switch in, because the first three don't like being burned, and Frillish doesn't want to take a foul play, and also Frillish gets completely walled by Taunt, so yeah, I don't know what he's gonna do. He's taking forever to take his turn though, but then again, I shouldn't really talk, because last battle I took like 2 minutes to take my first turn, so I might even pause until he makes his turn, because if it takes him like 4 minutes to take a turn, then I'm not gonna make you guys watch that. So okay, and he does switch out into his Umbreon. He does synchronize the Will-O-Wisp, which is fine, but I'm just going to go for the Taunt because I don't want him to be heal belling all the way across the sky. And I'm pretty... do I have a minus attack nature? I think so. I'm not sure. Maybe, maybe not. But obviously he's going to go for the heal bell. He doesn't really have any other choice, and now he's more than likely just going to go for the foul play if he has it, and he does have it. So I'm going to go for the Stealth Rocks, and he's going to stay in because... or he's going to switch into his Frillish, which is also fine by me. And now I can basically switch right now into my Sableye, go for the Taunt, and like I said earlier, I basically wall this thing to hell and back just by having Taunt. So I'm going to make another switch out into my Heracross this time, and he can't really do anything. If he goes for the Toxic, he runs the risk of me staying in, and if he switches out, I mean, I guess Weavile is an okay switch, but nothing on his team really wants to take a Stone Edge, so I think I'm just going to go for the Stone Edge, because Protect Weavile, that's such a waste of a move slot. Of course I missed too. Come on. Like I was saying, that's such a waste of a move slot, especially for a Pokemon that gets such a diverse move pool, or such a useful move pool like Weavile, Swords Dance, Substitute, Ice Punch. Why? Really? This guy's a dick. So, I'm on Stone Edges already. So that's going to be annoying to deal with the rest of his team. And why did he go for a Spite? I'm just going to taunt him. And, can I live that, please? Apparently not. Great, so now I'm going to go into my Victini. Oh, why did I do that? I'm an idiot. I'm going to die. I don't know what to do, though, because I need to kill this thing now. Now I'm going to go for the Mega Horn, because if he switches out into his Frillish, it's still going to take a decent amount. Actually, I guess that's not really a decent amount at all, but whatever. I have to go to my Victini now, because I kind of need everything else on my team, and my Reuniclus can actually do a lot of work to his team, so I definitely need to keep that around. Now I'm going to go for the Substitute, because he might go for the Will-O-Wisp, which would probably be his best bet, if he knows the likelihood that Tornadus, if he knows that it's possible that Tornadus is running a physical set. If he doesn't know that, he might just go for the Nightshade and take out my Substitute, which would also be a relatively decent play. So, just waiting for him to make a move, or waiting for PO to stop lagging. I'm not sure which one. Okay, so he went for Taunt. I don't understand that, but that's okay. I'm gonna go for the Acrobatics, kill that Frillish, and that also opens up my Heracross to go for. Why Protect? I don't understand. Is he gonna go for Protect again? I hope that he does. I'd laugh if he's really gonna try to protect stall me all the way. I mean, it's either that or switch out. Those are your two options at this point. Being as my taunt ended, I can substitute if I have to. I can sub-stall all your PP. Not really, because you have pressure, but this guy really is taking his sweet time. Sorry about the truck that just went by. This guy is really taking his sweet time making his moves, because, I mean, it's not rocket science. Like, basically, he kind of has to leave his Weavile in, and of course he goes for the Protect, which is awesome. I love when people do that. Protect for absolutely no reason whatsoever. And now I'm just going to go for the Acrobatics again and take out that Weavile, which is a fucking annoying piece of shit. And more than likely he's going to have the Fake Out, but I don't really know what options I have here. Okay, he has Endure, which is... That's actually not a bad set. With the Lychee Berry, he gets the attack raise, and then because he's gets the Unburden boost, he's also fast. So I'm not gonna knock it. However, I am gonna go for the substitute here, and he's gonna miss a Stone Edge, which really sucks for him. But was it this battle that I missed? Like 3 Stone Edges in a row? I don't even remember. It's been so long because he takes so long to make his moves. Yeah, I missed 2 Stone Edges and he protected on 2 Stone Edges, so he can go fuck himself. I don't feel bad at all. Wow, this thing survived, which is ridiculous. But that's okay, because now I can just go into my Nidoqueen and basically clean up the match. I mean, my Nidoking. I don't know why I keep calling it Nidoqueen. Basically just clean up the match with Earth Power and take out that Omastar. And I think that I can kill this thing with 2 Earth Powers. I'm not sure. And of course he's going to have Protect, because this guy has Protect on everything for whatever reason. I don't know why. He can go for Protect like 100 times. He can go for Wish Protect 100 times if he wants, but eventually I am going to get a special defense drop, and he's not even really gaining too much health from the Wish Protect combination. So, and yeah, he kind of was forced to go for a second Protect there, because if he didn't, he would, yeah, I guess that's kind of... He had like a weird stall team, but then again, that's what I get for playing on an account that has exactly 1,000 ratings. So I'm gonna look for another battle. I don't know if I'm gonna keep this video going. I might even just cut it here, but I'm gonna look for another battle. If the other battle turns out to be decent, if this battle turns out to be decent, then I'll also post this battle. If not, then I will probably, you know, you'll never see this, and I'll just have cut it there, and or I'll probably cut it right now and just say, hey, you didn't miss anything. But we'll see. This team actually looks half decent. I might even lose to this team, because, like I said at the beginning of this video, this team is not that great. However, it's not the fastest team in the world. More than likely his Flygon is Scarfed. Well, he has like 3 possible Scarfers, so I don't know. I guess we'll have to see. I'm gonna lead with my Victini. If he leads with his Flygon, I don't really have a choice but to switch out, but he ends up leading with his Mienshao, and it's more than likely Scarfed. I have a feeling this thing is gonna be Scarfed, because he could have like a Life Orb Darmanitan and a Banded Flygon or something. I don't know. I don't even know. I think I'm gonna bank on it being Scarfed. No, it's Fake Out, so that's okay. I'm gonna go with the Foul Play, because he only really can switch into Darmanitan, and as you can see, that thing gets smashed by Foul Play. So, yeah, obviously he switched into Darmanitan predicting a Will-O-Wisp, which was a decent play on his part, but unfortunately, I personally use Darmanitan. I know how Darmanitan works, and that thing does not take Foul Plays any day of the week. So, yeah, I'm gonna go for Stealth Rocks. I guess he's just gonna go for... Okay, he goes with Volt Switch that turn. That was a good play on his part. Because obviously I wasn't gonna stay in, so I'm gonna go into my... Do I need my Nidoqueen? I don't. This is the third time this battle this video I've called this thing a Nidoqueen. Do I need my Nidoking for anything? It could be used for wearing down Blastoise. But other than that, the majority of his team kind of makes it useless. So I'm gonna go into my Nidoking. He does go for the U-turn, which is great because now I do get to keep it around for at least a little bit of something. He can go straight into his either his Nidoqueen. His Nidoqueen can most definitely deal with me because I can't OKO it, and it can OKO me at this point. Or he can go to his Mienshao, go for the fake out, and kill me off with another move. I don't know. We'll have to see what he does, because I don't know what he has to go into, really. His Flygon was actually his best bet, and if I was him, I definitely would have locked myself into Earthquake, because my only switch in then would have been Heracross, and Heracross doesn't really love taking Flygon's Earthquakes, so yeah. So he does bring his Blastoise, which is fine, because like I said, my only real use for this thing is to wear down this Blastoise, so I'm just going to go straight for the Earth Power, get a little bit of damage off. He probably predicted me to go into my Sableye, which was a decent play on his part, but now I can go into my Victini. I'm going to go for the U-turn. I don't want to go for the Bolt Strike because the switch into Flygon is deathly obvious, and I'm also going to take another bite of this donut, so hopefully my chewing once again isn't too overpowering. It's like an orgasm in my mouth. Oh man, okay, that was delicious. So, I could go for a Trick Room right here, and I could definitely put, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go for a Trick Room. He might switch out, which would be really nice, because if he switches out into his Flygon, which would be, or maybe his Blastoise, either way, with Trick Room up, I can definitely punch a hole in his team, maybe take out 2 guys, hopefully 3. Oh, combination of donuts and coffee, so delicious. Oh man, this Nidoqueen lived that easily. Yeah, I'm gonna go for the Psyshock again. I was thinking if I should go for the Shadow Ball, but he doesn't have anything on his team that would really want to switch in on a Psyshock. And this thing, we've already established that this thing has Fake Out, and he's obviously gonna want to go for it on this turn to waste a turn of Trick Room. So I'm gonna go for the Will-O-Wisp. Electros gets burned, which is pretty nice, and then he does. I don't have a ground type anymore, which is kind of not so great for me, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for the Recover, predicting him to go for the Volt Switch, and he ends up going for the Flamethrower. I totally forgot that I had Prankster, and obviously derp to derp, that recover goes first, so I'm going to go for the, yeah, I'm going to go for the Foul Play. If he switches out, then, okay, that's fine. I guess I'm faster than him, naturally, so that's fine by me, and I'm going to go for the Recover. He can go for the Scald if he wants. I don't really mind that all that much because my Sableye does have a decent amount of special defensive investment. Well, actually, I'm pretty sure I'm not max special defense. And I can burn this thing and start wearing it down a little bit with the burn, and then hopefully later on I can bring something else in to kill it, and I'm basically just going to wear this thing down with burn, hope that he doesn't burn me. I know that he's probably going to on this turn because that's my luck, but no, he doesn't, which is pretty nice. And I'm going to switch into, no, I'm not going to switch, I'm going to go for another Foul Play. He crits me, which is actually really good. I know that seems weird, but I can bring in my Reuniclus now, set up a Trick Room, and if he goes with a Rapid Spin, then I lose my rocks, but I do have rocks up, right? Yeah. And since he didn't go for the Rapid Spin, I keep my rocks, which his best play was to go for the Rapid Spin regardless. I know I can live a Fake Out all day, so I'm just gonna stay in, go for a Psyshock on the next turn. Unless he has like some weird Vacuum Wave set or something and gets a Super Mega Crit, I know I can live that easily. And now he has to fodder out his Electros, bring in his Mienshao, and unfortunately I don't have my Sableye left anymore, which is pretty frustrating, but I'm okay with it. Unfortunately my Trick Room is going to run out, but that's actually pretty good for me, because now I can sort of force him to go for... I mean, he can go for the Outrage, but I really don't think Outrage is going to really kill any of my guys if he's Scarfed, and if he's Banded, then Heracross outspeeds. So I'm going to go into my Victini. Now, if he goes for the Earthquake, he's locked into that. I can go into my Tornadus, set up a substitute, and I'm pretty sure that causes me to win. I could be wrong, but you know, we'll have to see. I'm gonna go for the V-Crate. He goes for the Dragon Claw, which I actually live on 1 HP, which is really ridiculous. I feel bad for him. That kind of sucks for him, because, whoa, I don't know what YouTube link that was, so if you copy and paste that into your browser and found something weird, then, you know, it wasn't me. It was somebody else, so. No, actually, I'm pretty sure that's a Rubik's Cube video, so if you feel like watching that, then go for it. I don't really care, but anyway, I think that's going to be the end of this video. I'm going to go, this wasn't really an in-depth video, it was kind of a really quick, I kind of just blew through a few battles, and, you know, let's just take a look at the team real quick before I end. I'm going to try to do this in like less than a minute. I've got the Banded Victini. It's kind of a good support Pokemon for Reuniclus, because all the things that Reuniclus hates, all those big physical walls and such, that it can't hit hard with Psyshock, Victini decimates with V-Crate. Because even physical walls can't switch into V-Crate. Even things like Kofagor get 2-hit KO'd by V-Crate, which is like psychotic. There are a few things that can take V-Crate, but not many. Heracross is just basically a late game sweeper. If I get the chance to bring him in after my opponent's been weakened, I can likely win. Sableye for support. As you saw in this match, he's a pretty decent... He deals with some stuff that Reuniclus might not really want to deal with. Nidoking, basically because I needed a Life Orb special attacker. The only special attacker I really had was Reuniclus, and that thing is, I try to save this thing as sort of a late game, either a wall breaker or a late game sweeper, so, you know, I decided to throw Nidoking on here as a special attacker, and somebody who can learn Stealth Rocks and not lose too much momentum in the process. And then I have Tornadus at the end. He didn't really do much work this session, but, you know, maybe next time we'll see Tornadus kick some ass. I'm pretty sure I won all my battles, I'm not sure. We will actually look at that real quick, see what my ranking is in Yu-Gi-Oh! So 1140 ranking in 3 battles, and those 3 battles, obviously, since I had 3 battles today, those were all 3 battles, so, you know, gained 140 points in 3 battles with this team, so not too terrible. The team is not that good, but I feel like this was a somewhat successful session, so yeah, that's pretty much going to be the end of this video. You can click the buttons on your screen that you've probably seen for a few minutes now since I've been rambling. You can click those buttons to go to the appropriate places, whether it's the previous Pokemon Online video, which was actually my NU tier changes video. Not that I really focused on it, but it was a team that I used that had the tier change Pokemon in it. And go to the next one whenever it's uploaded. Obviously, you might see that in your sub box or whatever, but you know, whatever. And you can sub if you want to with the substitute button. Hello, is this real life? You can subscribe with the subscribe button on your screen. So that's pretty much it. I don't want to talk too much about random crap. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time.